the day after something in the water.
Not yet. There's something in the water.
There was a tornado in Virginia Beach.
That's outrageous.
Yeah.
All right, we are ready.
I don't think they were expecting me.
Mike King Biz. Mike King Biz here, host of On the Mic with Mike, Richmond's premier business radio program. We're heard as part of the Mike King Biz Radio Network, which is ESPN Richmond 106.1, daily from 5 to 7 a.m. The Choice 105.3, every day from 2 to 3 p.m., as well as International Business Radio. That is Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern. That's where you find us. That's where the Game Changers come to talk. On the Mic with Mike, Mike King Biz Radio is the premier business radio program in Central Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on the Mike King here. This is part of the Mike King Biz Media Network, ESPN Richmond 106.1, International Business Growth Radio, Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern, as well as CW Richmond TV every Wednesday and Friday at 5 a.m. Alrighty, so in the studio right now, the music is she's so good, it's heavenly. So we go back a ways, and it is the Women's Business Center Richmond.
Actually, no.
What's
the
okay?
Women's
What is
Business Center RVA?
RVA. All righty. Really quickly, tell folks who you are and what you do.
Okay, we opened our doors 5 years ago. We are located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive.
Across from Willow Lawn, as Shirley Crawford always says.
That's my partner.
Yes.
We opened the doors 5 years ago to assist women entrepreneurs in starting a business, succeed in an existing business, or to grow an existing business.
Alrighty, and you didn't give your name.
I'm Taiwan Lee. Everybody calls me Ty.
Everybody calls you Ty. And you're like a Renaissance woman. You do a number of different things too.
Yes.
So besides working there, and what that is, that helps women entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Is it an incubator?
Actually, we're a little different than an incubator. Okay, let's tell you a little bit about what we do at the Women's Business Center RVA. We provide affordable office space, meeting room space, for those women entrepreneurs that are tired of having meetings at their dining room table. We give them an option to come in. They can drop in. We have virtual membership. We have residential membership. And we have office space. And right now we have about 15 offices at our location, including a media lab.
The media lab is on point.
Yes,
so you're able to help women with their whole package. So when you say they go from their dining room table to getting established, and then in the building there, it helps them because all of a sudden they're working with other like-minded people. And you guys give them all the things that they didn't know at home.
So what we do that's a little differently is we provide a beautiful space, a space that you feel good about coming into every single morning. You get the affordable office space, a meeting room space, a training room space. But in addition to all of that, you get an accountability coach. And that will be my partner, Shirley Crawford. She does business counseling.
Yes.
So she likes to put it, we hold your hand, not just your purse.
Mm.
Yeah. So we're not out there just to grab your money like a lot of these incubators and other spaces. We're there for you. So you're around other women entrepreneurs, absorbing that energy, interacting with them. You can walk down a hall and have a conversation with one of our residential members who's doing the exact same thing as you or something different. Walk down the hall and do a commercial in a media lab. You can walk down the hall and talk to Rita Ricks or any of our other members that are there. It is awesome.
Shout out to Rita Ricks, who's out there doing
phenomenal.
Yes. Okay. So besides that, we are here today to talk about boss women and tea.
Boss ladies.
Okay, there we go.
Yes. We have an event coming up Mother's Day weekend, which is a Saturday on the 13th, from noon until 3. It's a networking event. So we're inviting these ladies to come in with their wonderful hats and have tea with us, do some networking. And we're also going to be giving awards to 4 women that we think are doing wonderful things here in Richmond.
Do they know who they are?
No.
Oh, okay. So you can't.
I can't.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was getting ready to be like, okay. So when Ty comes in, it's so good. This is what happens.
On the mic with Mike RVA is the best business radio program.
Ladies and gentlemen, I thought I was going to break some news. So no, we're not telling who the winners are.
But I will tell you that you can.
Okay. You can get tickets.
You can get
a ticket to come there and see, because the networking, you guys know some people.
Yes, we do.
And one of the great things about your events is who will show up. with some people who are well versed in business. There's some young folks who are starting. So what can people expect? You look like you grew up going to teas
Well,
with
thank you
big
for that
hats.
compliment.
With big hats in New York. That's yes.
I love teas. I've actually did a few at my home with family and friends, and we did that with the young ladies. We used to do teas around Memorial Day, and it gave the girls a chance to kind of get dressed up and put on their little fancy hats, and we talked and we did poetry and that kind of thing. And I've wanted to do a big tea here in Richmond, so I bet
This is your thing.
This is our thing.
Well, okay. So when people come over to the center, they show up with a whole bunch of uncertainty. They don't know how things work. They're at home. They had an idea of what they were going to do, but they weren't exactly sure. Talk about when you see them really transform into they're starting to get it.
Okay. Well, one of the things that we do offer is a free counseling session. That is with Shirley. And she will sit down with you and, like she likes to phrase it, she'll let you know the baby is ugly.
Yeah, Shirley Crawford will. We've had that conversation before. Shout out to Shirley. She will give it to you straight with no chaser.
Right.
And we need that.
Right. But she tells it how it is. She lets you know who and what your clientele is, what to expect, and she puts you in contact with the people that can help you grow the business. Sometimes some of us are serial entrepreneurs. We do 4 and 5 different kind of things, and she helps you narrow it down. And she puts you on the track that you need to become successful.
Okay. You're an entrepreneur too, aren't
That
you?
is correct.
You always been one?
Yes. I think my very first job I got when I was 12 years old, selling lemonade in my front yard.
Alrighty, so I'm going to ask this question that I ask a lot of people come in here. I have one good question per show.
Okay.
Ma'am, entrepreneurs have a wandering eye. Can an entrepreneur ever be monogamous and stop with all of this looking over there and looking here? Can you find that thing and all of a sudden, Ty is done? Or
okay, well, let's talk a little bit about what I do.
Okay.
I am a licensed realtor. I am a property manager. And I am also the co-founder of the Women's Business Center RVA. So does that sound like I'm going to stop looking?
No, that does not sound like.
And we
Christina, you can use over here. There's a stand. All right, and so no, that does not. Okay, so now you're just driving down the street, minding your business, thinking about all the things you're doing, and all of a sudden this crazy thought pops in. Now, I'm going to stick to these things that I'm doing. Or do you kind of look at that crazy idea and be like,
Let me tell you something that's wonderful about having those crazy ideas. When you are a member of the Women's Business Center, you get to sit down and talk to the other members that are there and say, hey, I just came up with this crazy idea. What do you think?
And you're there with like-minded crazy thinkers too.
Like-minded creative
Great.
thinkers.
Okay, so we had a conversation about creatives, and a lot of people said, creating things is messy. Change is messy. People who are not, I was not really a creative. I may have been early on, but I think my father he was just a straight businessman. And he kind of squashed that. So he wasn't having all of that. But I turned into creative. I kind of like that stuff. Now, I had a creative son, my youngest son. It's hard. It's hard dealing with them, with you guys. It's dance, it's calligraphy, it's this thing, it's that thing. It's all across the board. And so business people are saying, when you're not a creative, you want people to come to you with this side comes in with this. Don't come with the idea. Boom, boom, boom.
Well, let me tell you, during COVID, we had a lot of change. There were a lot of people that are used to doing that regular 9-to-5 business. But with COVID, we had to pivot.
Okay.
So it's always good to have that creative mind as ways of growing and doing something a little different to keep your business sustainable. So there's nothing wrong with using the other side of your brain other than just that business at 9-to-5. You need to be creative when you're an entrepreneur. Okay,
so I kind of know this story of you and Shirley with the center.
Yes.
So you guys are up and running. You guys are rocking and rolling. Everything was great.
Our 5th year anniversary is coming up in August.
Okay, and that pandemic Rona showed up and never left.
Yes.
What did you guys learn from that you never did before, but all of a sudden you're like, yo, this thing is pretty good. We should continue doing that.
A lot of our women entrepreneurs in business, they went virtual. And that was a lot of, we're talking 40 and 50-year-olds. A lot of women are coming into their second age. They've given up that 9-to-5, they've retired, and they want something else to do with their time. A lot of them have never done Zoom conferences, have never gotten on Facebook, have never done voiceover, have never done commercials. And you have to pivot. You have to learn how to think on your feet.
There you
So
go.
yeah,
All right. So the boss ladies who
boss
tea.
ladies who tea. Yeah.
What's the date on that?
It will be May 13th, Saturday at the Meadowbrook Country Club from noon until 3. Mm-hmm. The address is 3700 Cogbill, and the zip is Cogbill Road. The zip is 23234.
How about if a man goes up with fedora on?
We love working with men. They can come in and help out.
No little pillbox hats.
You
come whenever. You buy a ticket. Yo, buy a bunch of tickets. That's what we do here. Alrighty. And how can people find information about the center?
Okay. Well, we're on our website is wbcrva.com because we are the Women's Business Center RVA.
Yes.
Don't get us mixed up. Okay.
Because there's another group with a name that's close.
Very close, but
your missions are different. Your missions are different.
Yes. Our missions are different. We help women entrepreneurs. I can't say help. I don't like using the word help. I like to say we assist women who are thinking about going into business, who've already established a business or are looking to succeed the business. We have all levels. And we help them with counseling, affordable office space. So the ones who are ready to get out of their kitchen dining rooms and actually set up shop.
So when a person comes, what's the process? Like when a person first comes to there, that's one part. The second part of the question is, people, what are you seeing now from an entrepreneur standpoint? That's your game. Mm-hmm. What are you seeing now when people come, like a thing that you look and say they need to tighten that up because you see this over and over again?
Okay, well, the process. You can reach out to us. You can go to our website, wbcrva.com. Set up a time to come into the center. You get a sit-down session with Shirley, give you a tour of the center. It's beautiful. We're actually in the process of looking for more space. We've outgrown the space that we're in now. So we're looking for some more space. If anyone knows of any space available, let me know. You can give us a call. And I guess your question is, how do we
what do people you see now that people show up and there's certain things that people can, should, or need to do, and you notice it now? You're seeing it more and more.
I think the majority of the women that are coming to the center are looking for money. They're looking for money to sustain their business. Mm-hmm. We're in the process of getting out there, and we're not grant funded. We're self-sufficient.
You guys are out there hustling.
We are. We're making it happen. And I think a lot of women are under the impression that they have to get this grant money in order to start their business, and they really don't. We're sustainable. Grant money is always good. Angels are always good. Mm-hmm. Using some of your retirement funds is good too if it's going to help you do what you are passionate about. But you don't necessarily need $1.5 million to start a business.
So when you and Shirley hung out the shingle, when you had something, like everybody, you guys had a story about finding that location, didn't you?
Oh,
it was a crazy story.
Shirley and I met at BizWorks. She was the assistant director at BizWorks, and I was a residential member. And how I knew. One day I was walking past her office and stopped, and I came back and I looked at her. I said, Shirley, I have a feeling we're going to go into business one day. And she looked over her computer and she kind of snickered at me, which she normally did. Mm-hmm. She went back to
I got that snicker, yes.
So that I think it was maybe 2 years later. We ran into each other at the governor's entrepreneurial brunch that he did, and I told her that I was really serious. We knew we had something once we sat down and talked about what it is our vision was. We wanted to create a safe environment for women entrepreneurs to feel comfortable with other women, like-minded women, business owners.
You guys hung out a shingle, and when did you know, okay, this thing may work?
We knew it right away.
At
least I did.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's what happens when they walk in. This is what plays.
Mike King says.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I
so that's what you're doing. You're throwing your hands up.
Everybody hands up. And they say there, and they say there, and they say there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them say that.
Okay, all right, okay. Enough of that right there.
Have
So
some fun up here.
exactly. So this is a business show unlike any other. It is not buttoned up like some of the other business shows that are out there. Oh, the cameraman is kind of suspect. The cameraman, the host is, has good days. But what we do in here, we talk about business and how things work. You guys knew, and now you're imparting that wisdom on to other people. You got some heavy hitters, and I mean, Shirley knows business.
Yes, she does.
And she knows a lot of people who know business, and Shirley will give it to you. That's one of the reasons I like rocking with her. When there's things I learned from Shirley Crawford about things about like vouching for people, and her idea was novel. I had never heard like, I'm not just hanging my reputation on you. We've had a hard conversation about it, and I learned my lesson. So shout out to Shirley Crawford, and thank you for that one. Yes.
That's my partner.
Yeah, exactly. That is your partner. All right, Boss Ladies UT, the date of the event is?
May 13th.
Okay.
We're going to be at the Meadowbrook Country Club on Cogbill Road.
Okay.
And the address is 3700.
So, all right. So, Ty, we're not in studio by ourselves, are we?
No.
You talk about media, the things that are available at your center. And you guys have some awesome media stuff that goes on there, right?
Yes, we have a media lab. We set the media lab up.
And we just happen to have a person from the media lab. So, Christina, could you step into the camera shot, please? She didn't know she was coming in there. We don't let just people come into the studio. All right, so here you go. You can have a seat.
You can me a chair, y'all.
Yeah, there you go. That's northern hospitality.
Usually Christina's on the other side.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
All right, really quickly.
Only
So,
for y'all.
well, thank you. So, tell people who you are and what you do.
Hello, everybody. I am Christina Clark. I'm the founder of Imagine Media Lab, which is owned and operated by IML Studios. We provide services at the Media Lab, voiceovers, on-location filming. If you need a promo video done, you're doing an interview. You can do self-service for your podcasting. You can come in, you can actually rent the Media Lab, self-service. We'll make sure equipment is running. So when it's self-service, it doesn't mean like without tech, it means tech's on site. We just don't mix and master your podcast. But there are a lot of options that you can actually experience and services that we provide from the Media Lab and the studio. IML Studios does all things on-location commercial, videography, and whatnot.
Okay,
So,
ma'am,
yeah.
explain to people the power of a video and media and from a branding standpoint.
From a branding standpoint, it is a difference between your storytelling and the message you're communicating versus coming in, just not thinking it through from a marketing standpoint of the power of how you can use video to communicate your brand's message to your ideal client. That is the huge difference between not storyboarding properly, not having production done, and not having a marketing to make sure that, yes, you made that video, but now what do you do with it?
Exactly.
So now you need marketing. And so it's a full encompassing, we work with marketing agencies as they are our ideal clients for Media Lab because they're bringing in the storyboard, the scripting. And so that is huge. What is your script?
Mm-hmm.
Who has put together your script and what are you communicating to your ideal client? Your messaging is huge. Your visuals can be pretty, but if your messaging isn't there, then the video still isn't serving you very well. And so your messaging could be great, but if your video isn't there, we're not really listening to you because the lighting, the audio, not everything is there telling that story.
We've had that conversation.
They go hand in hand. They really do. They really do.
We've had that conversation about the power of media and video as well. So you built that over at the center.
Yeah.
Talk about making dreams come true. And say, I know you, we go way back.
Yeah.
And you had the idea of this right here, and it comes to fruition, and now it has an impact on people's lives. You're making dreams come true.
Yeah. It was definitely, I kept going to co-working spaces as a business and an entrepreneur working out of co-working spaces. And I would say, hey, how come you have a multimedia center for the businesses who are here, who are podcasting? Because I believe podcasting wasn't the future, was the now. And then the pandemic proved that to be so. So I went to Shirley Crawford and had a book release party there and say, hey, Shirley, have you thought about having a multimedia center? And she said, I actually have, just hadn't really took time to build that out and what that looked like. And I said, let's partner. I will build it out, make it happen, be responsible. Let's create a partnership and see what that looks like. And here we are years later with that partnership.
Here we are.
And
That's
so,
right. These ladies are doing some phenomenal work. Like I said, the center, people come in there and you see the light come on when they get it. All of a sudden it's just like,
Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Christina, how can people find you out there?
Yeah, everything on social is Imagine Media Lab. Our website is imaginemedialabs with an s.com. If you're looking for our commercial videography, that's imlstudios.co. So yeah, everything is about basically saying Imagine Media Lab, where imagination happens.
Alrighty, and some of the places you guys do videos is like, man, I'm like, I gotta step my game up. I mean, Andre Young's place is
Beautiful. Yeah, we shot the Women in Entrepreneurship series, one of our production shows. So yeah.
in fact, you can find Christina's work with Shirley Crawford Thursdays, 5 a.m. CW Richmond TV. How do I know? Because I'm on Wednesday and Friday at 5 a.m. And so, that's when I hang out with Shirley Crawford.
Yeah.
She is also going to be on a business panel coming up with me. We're going to talk about how this banking situation is impacting small businesses. Plus, we're going to have a killer networking event. Ty, how can people find you and your organization out there?
Okay, you're talking about the Women's Business Center?
Yes.
Okay. Wbc Rva.com. It has all of our information on there. Phone numbers. You can go on the website to schedule a conference to speak to Shirley and set up a tour to come by and see the center.
How about your property management?
Okay. The name of my property management is Legacy Management by Ty. And you can go to tyshouseSolution.com and get my information from there.
There you go. On the mic and Mike. So I'd like to thank you for joining and tuning in. As I always say, make sure you take a listen to our sponsors and advertisers because the microphone ain't free. Plus, my grandkids need stuff. And it's my granddaughter's birthday today, so I got to get out of here. All right, so this is my granddaughter, Isabella.
Mike with Michael Mike. From the Michael Mike. Michael Mike. My name is Isabella, and you're listening to Mike King Biz. Hubby, that's my scam.
See, sometimes grandkids, they don't believe it. And so I play this when they come into the studio.
Yeah, Mike King isn't a businessman. He's a businessman with his own talk show. On the Mic with Mike is the best business radio program in the game.
Hey, I hang out with some phenomenal
I was
people.
gonna say he said it best, Jay-Z.
Yeah, exactly. If Jay-Z, if Jay say it, what can I say?
True.
It must be true. All right, on the mic, Mike, we got to go. Take care.